SeaWorld is one of the best known theme park chains. However, in the past they have been confined only to the United States. But right now SeaWorld is in the process of building a park in Yas Island, the theme park capital of the United Arab Emirates, and this will feature one of Mack Ride's biggest coasters. In partnership with Miral, SeaWorld is building their most elaborate project yet, costing over $1.5 billion, with the park being indoors and based on multiple stories. This park is actually SeaWorld's second attempt to break into the UAE's theme park industry, with a huge resort being planned back in 2008, but unfortunately plans for that fell through. But then this second attempt in Yas Island was announced back in 2016 and construction began in 2018. Now currently the park is 40% through its construction and slated to open on time in 2022. So we have a fairly good idea of what we can expect from this new park, which is what I'll show you in this video. With the park being directly adjacent to Ferrari World, there is less of a focus on thrills, with the park primarily focusing on animal and thematic experiences. The park is said to have a loose overarching One Ocean storyline, with 6 individual themed areas focused on the different seas. What is also great is the park's heavy emphasis on conservation, with a purpose-built research centre which will be monumental for the ocean life research in the area. There is also less of a focus on animal shows, which have been controversial in SeaWorld in the past, so I think it's a really good move by SeaWorld not including this in the new park. So while we haven't been given too much information on the themed areas, from passing statements and concept art, we can generally work out what they will be. Firstly, in the press release, it is hinted that there will be a polar themed area like in SeaWorld Orlando. Then in the concept art, there's an area which looks more like a coral reef, a tropical themed area, and a deep sea trench area. While we can't make out too much from what we have seen, this looks like it will be a really immersive park, with it trying to put you into these unique underwater worlds, and I'm sure that the indoor aspect will help achieve this, as the environment can be controlled more. So now onto the rides. We've only got 2 rides actually confirmed, however it does seem like there will still be a few. It does appear that there is a lesser focus on rides in the park compared to other SeaWorld parks, but what we will have will probably be really high quality. So to start off, we know that the park is working with the German manufacturer of media-based rides, Attraction. They mainly focus on simulator rides. This ride could be the one mentioned in the press release, described as being an immersive ride which takes guests on a thrilling and visually stunning journey from pole to pole. So I'm sure that this will be a world-class simulator, and from what it seems a fairly long one as well. But knowing SeaWorld's track record with simulators, I'm slightly skeptical on how good this one will be. It is also said that the park is working with Whitewater, a well-known manufacturer of water slides. From what we know, SeaWorld Abu Dhabi will not feature a water park, so I'm assuming that they will get one of Whitewater's dry park rides, so either a rapids ride or a log flume. So now for the main attraction, the supposed Mack Ride's multi-launch coaster, which will launch riders outside the main building and over the entrance of the park. Some concept art for the ride was released, and it seems like a smaller scale but really long Mack Ride's coaster with an out and back layout. In terms of thrill, it looks like it'll be on the middle ground between Manta at SeaWorld San Diego and Copperhead Strike at Carowinds, only looking to have one inversion, but a more airtime filled layout. If I would compare it most to any Mack Ride's coaster, I'd say that it's most similar to Icon, just with a bit more airtime and less twisty sections. Foundations have been complete for this ride, and because of satellite images, me and my good friend Keyman Coaster were able to deduce the layout fairly accurately with the help of the concept art. So the ride starts with a fairly slow launch out of the building, into an ascending left-hand turn before dipping down and entering a twisting airtime hill. This leads into a low to the ground transition into yet another airtime hill, then following that is a corkscrew, which leads into one final airtime hill before the second launch. This launch will then accelerate riders before going into a top hat style element similar to that on Icon, before going into yet another airtime hill. The ride then turns in a quick overbank and begins a return journey. The ride then raises up in a right hand turn before going down a banked double down which leads into a small LSM boost, however it is unclear whether this boost will be on the coaster or not. This leads into a large twist hill which leads into a series of twists with a couple of pops of airtime thrown in. The ride then concludes with a few back-to-back turns into the brake run, similar to the ending of Icon. So this coaster looks like a really good choice, as it's not as thrilling as the large rides at Ferrari World just across the road, but it's still enough to draw in the crowds. Despite the out and back layout, the ride seems to be fairly twisty, which will make it really fun and dynamic. It definitely seems like a step up from Manta at SeaWorld San Diego, and I'm sure that it'll be one of the best coasters in the UAE when it opens up. So, that is all the information that we have on this new SeaWorld park opening up in the UAE. It's been great to see this project come into fruition after many people were skeptical of it, and I'm sure this will help boost the already booming theme park industry in the UAE. This park has potential to be one of the best in the country despite the tough competition, and it is yet another draw for enthusiasts to visit this already stacked area. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this park in the comment section below, and make sure you check out Kierman Coaster. He helped a lot with this video, and I've linked his Instagram in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more theme park based content.